Hello, citizens of YouTube land.
Hey,
It's your president and your VP, and we're back once again with another episode of the
month of Halloween horror.
This time it's Predator.
We know we promised Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost last time, but our Boomerang subscription went out, so we improvised and we're doing Predator instead.
Yeah.
Dad, what'd you do that for?
I don't really want it in the shot.
Too bad. Mama's gonna get mad at us if we don't pick those up.
Well, we will.
Okay.
Anyways, guys. Predator originally came out June 12th, 1987. It was produced for a budget of $15 to $18 million. It made $98.3 million at the box office. And it currently has a Rotten Tomato score, for those of you who care, of 82%.
Bullcrap. It should have a 100%.
Well, to be fair, the critics were pretty harsh to it at the time, calling it lazy and unoriginal, and, well, who really cares what they think anyway?
Now critics are like, oh yeah, Predator, it's a great sci-fi film because fans love it, so...
So, it stars Arnold Schwarzenegger and the great Carl Weathers and the iconic Jesse the Body Ventura, for you wrestling fans out there who would know who he is, who grew up, well, in the same time period that I did. A little bit before his time, unfortunately. He didn't get to see his body of work. No pun intended. Anyways.
Pun intended.
I guess so. Anyways, guys, this movie is about a group of CIA paramilitary operatives who are sent into the Guatemalan jungle to investigate a series of happenings that are resulting in mass casualties. And they believe at first that it's actually like another paramilitary terrorist organization that's doing it all.
Well, actually, no. They're there to rescue hostages. Like, that's what they're there for. They're a rescue team.
Yeah.
And they find them and stuff, but
it's
then,
under false pretenses as to why they're there.
Yeah. It's under false pretenses, as they're really there to investigate some happenings that are cause and effect of mass killings that are caused by the Predator.
So they end up finding the hostages, and they go about basically murdering everybody in sight with lots of explosions and guns, and it's pretty great.
There's a lot of extras killed here.
The director, John McTiernan, who also directed Die Hard, which is why he's one of the greatest action film directors of all time, he really sets the tone here with lots of cool shots throughout the movie. Well, after they rescue the hostage, who happens to speak basically Spanish and also English, but we'll get into that later, she is uncooperative, so they take her along the rides and everything, along for the ride, I should say.
Oh yeah, and I should also mention that they find some like Russian explosives there, and there's something big was about to happen.
Yeah.
That's another.
But as it turned out, they were fighting against an unseen force the whole time, and they investigate a helicopter crash, and they come across 3 bodies. I can't really describe what has happened because this is YouTube and we're not allowed to talk about stuff like that in great detail.
Let's just say we can talk about what we can talk about what it looked like, and basically they were skinned alive. So
yeah,
we can't talk to great detail what they look like, but we can say that they were skinned alive by the Predator.
Yeah, we can't exactly give a great descriptive detail in it, but yeah.
Also, the Predator in this film, he's known as the Jungle Predator because, well, it takes place in the jungle, so...
So the Predator, of course, hunts for the thrill of it all. And on this planet, guys, what's the most dangerous game that an alien foreign hunter can hunt? Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry
Sorry.
about that. What's the most dangerous game? Well, of course, that's humans. So the predator has come to hunt them, and then the ensuing chaos happens. And unfortunately for the team of six, they pretty much all get killed.
Yeah. Hawkins, he basically gets a slash with the wrist blade, and then the predator kind of like drags him off and does the exact same thing that he did to the previous three victims. And then another one, he uses the tri cannon against them and blows a hole right into his stomach.
Shoots the tri-cannon, shoots Carl Weathers' arm clean off.
Yeah, and then it's a cool shot because his arm is clean off and it's still firing the gun.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Gotta admit. But it's a nonstop thrill ride from beginning to end. Eventually, it comes down to Dutch, who's played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. It comes down to just him and the Predator.
But the predator, reveals himself.
It is revealed. Well, hold on. It is revealed that the predator, since the predator hunts via heat vision, basically, which kind of makes it a little difficult. It is 1987, so the computer imaging isn't as clear as it is in the later movies, which is not really a drawback necessarily, but it can be. We have the DVD copy, and our TV's an HD TV, so it made our viewing experience a little bit grainy, but that's okay. So because he hunts via heat vision, Arnold eventually realizes that the mud can't. Important here, it doesn't completely lower the body temperature like many people might think. What it does is it actually masks the body temperature for a short, brief period of time.
Yeah.
Which is why he doesn't cover himself from head to toe. Looking at you, Cinema Sense, for even suggesting that. But anyways, yeah, guys, he eventually figures this out, sets some booby traps. They eventually go mono a predator. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty bad.
It's a pretty cool fight. And then Arnold, he tries to get the predator to come into his trap. And then he's like, "What are you waiting for? Kill me!" And the predator sees what he's doing. And he's like, yeah, I'll go kill you. But first I'm going to go around your trap. And so he does.
Arnold Dutch was prepared for that and had set basically a booby trap in the way. And he cuts the rope and it pins the predator down.
So before that, I'm going to go back to when the predator is first revealed. So he takes off his mask thing and then the predator is revealed. It's a cool looking design, honestly, and the practical effects are really cool. And then Arnold, he probably says one of the coolest lines ever. I can't really say it because it involves a bad word.
Yeah, he says, "You are one ugly mother," and you can finish the rest because we're a family channel, so we don't really. We've had some slight hiccups here and there, but for the most part, we refrain from profanity on this channel.
And so then the predator. After Arnold says that line, the predator kind of roars at him, and then I made the joke. I'm like, Arnold, I don't think the predator took too kindly to that comment.
I guess in a way you could have said that he was bullying him with the slur, so to speak.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it all comes down to the mano-a-mano fight, pins him down. Predator just decides, okay, I'm going to take my little wrist gadget here and I'm going to slide this over and I'm going to go boop, 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 boop.
And he
activates the self-destruct button.
Yeah, he activates the self-destruct mechanism, and then he starts using the laughs that the Indian did.
Now, I know it's for the convenience of the movie, but I will point out that it equates to a nuclear bomb, guys. And if you're thinking about it for just a moment, there's no way he should have survived, but we're kind of glad that Dutch did. But I will point that out because it is, it is what it is. But the whole thing is a great thrill ride from start to finish. If you haven't checked it out before, go ahead, do it. If you have checked it out and haven't seen it again, it's worth a rewatch.
Oh yeah, I fully agree with that statement.
But it was a very cool movie. nonstop from start to finish. It's just a great little sci-fi horror action film.
Yeah. I give this movie a 5 out of 5. What say you, Dad?
I say 4 7/8 out of 5. I think it gets bogged down. Not. I want to back up for just a moment too, because there is a specific spot where there's a mistake, and that's where Carl Weathers is speaking, but his mouth is not moving, and so that kind of drops it down just a tad bit. But other than that, yeah, it is very close to a near perfect action film. Yes, the plot is very thin, but in these kind of movies, do you really need one? You know what's up. Aliens just hunting or going around hunting people. That's all you need to know. But yeah, it's really great. So like I said, 4 7/8 for me, 5 out of 5 from him. Very close. But of course, as always, if you have seen The Predator and feel that it is the worst science fiction action horror film of all time, and that it never ever should have been made, well, you are wrong. But hey, just remember, we're just two idiots with a cell phone camera. Our opinions do not matter, except they actually do, because we have a YouTube show, except they actually don't. So, with that being said, guys, tune in next time where we'll definitely have Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost for you guys. Sorry we couldn't get it this time, but hey, we've got 10 of these science fiction horror films that we're doing all together, and we've got to kind of breeze through them because the month of October is nearly a third of the way done. And also, as he's beginning to show, we will get some Tremors films in here for you guys as well.
The first two.
At least the first two. And also possibly, we've talked about the Alien being one of them, and The Thing. We're going to try to get The
Most
Thing
definitely
in for
The
you guys
Thing.
as well. So look forward to all of those coming up in the near future. And with all that being said, there's only one more thing to say, and that is...
Peace and love from Denny and Son. Bye.